are in business for more than a cup of coffee, and Danny is here with their real home-brewed success story on this week's Made in Canada. Who doesn't like coffee, and who can start the day without it? No kidding.
Right? This is, I love this story for a couple of reasons. One of them is just the whole lifestyle choice that's behind it. Just imagine being able to raise your children in an area of outstanding natural beauty, work with the love of your life, go to sleep knowing that you have made the world a better place, and then wake each morning to enjoy the fruits of your labor, a steaming, fragrant cup of organic free trade coffee.
If you ask the founders of Kicking Horse Coffee how the business got started, you get two very different answers. First, there's Leo.
We moved to Invermere for the lifestyle and the mountain culture, and we started off with a cafe restaurant, and we sold the restaurant, and then we really didn't have any jobs.
And then there's Leo's wife, Elana.
Well, Leo makes it sound like it was really difficult, but really we sold the cafe, and then we traveled for a year, and we mapped out Kicking Horse Coffee while sitting on a beach in Thailand.
Talk to the pair about how to serve their coffee, and you get this.
Well, I think people should be experimental when they make coffee. They shouldn't just stick with one method.
The one thing I've learned about this coffee business is you don't mess around with people's coffee making practices. People are very particular about how they want to have their coffee in the morning.
But ask Leo and Elana about the coffee itself, and they're unanimous.
We put a lot of love and passion into every bag of Kicking Horse coffee that goes out on the shelf.
Our top priority is quality, and I think we're the best coffee in Canada.
The best coffee in Canada is organically grown and sold according to the rules of fair trade, meaning growers are paid a fair market price. The beans are sourced all over the world, but they're roasted, blended, and packaged in Canada. And the alchemy of the coffee, that indefinable magic that makes the ingredients cohere, is all Leo and Elana.
We find the sweet spot in the coffee, and once we find it, then we utilize it in our blends. And so we blend our coffee after we roast them, after we roast each varietal, because that way we can bring out the best in every single origin.
Customers appreciate the results and the company's ethics. Since Leo and Elana set up shop in 1996, business has doubled every year. Kicking Horse now sells about 2 million pounds of coffee a year. The two travel regularly to monitor the impact that's having on growers.
A co-op that hasn't been fair trade compared to a co-op that's been dealing with fair trade for 5 years, you see a huge difference just in terms of the amount of money they have, the infrastructure they have, and the type of equipment they have to make their product better.
But the pair acknowledge their niche market is getting increasingly crowded.
The fair trade organic category is growing within the grocery stores. So we will see more and more competition in the future.
Still, Kicking Horse has a good head start. It's available in major grocery stores across Canada as well as specialty stores. And the pair are working on new organic free trade products like hot chocolate, products that are a reflection of their values and their partnership.
We really do have different qualities, and we have different abilities. So we truly complement each other. And I love working with her. I mean, I think it's the greatest thing, and I think she's the greatest partner I could ever have to run a business. I mean, it's awesome.
Balance and a blend of characteristics, not unlike a good coffee.
If you want to know more about Kicking Horse Coffee, you can go to kickingHorseCoffee.com.
Okay, here comes my favorite line of the entire show, folks, okay? This is where I get to say, hey, Danny, put the coffee on, will you?
And I'll be fetching you
not too often you get to do that with your colleagues.
Coffee?
I'll try some.
So we have a variety of blends here to look at. You've already got milk in your cup. You're very clever. I'm going to have mine black to savor the flavor. But we've got Zed Wrangler. There's Three Sisters is one of the blends. What's the other one called? 454 horsepower. Yeah. You want to know what yours is called?
I want to know what this one's called. This is actually very good.
I chose this for you. It's called Kick-Ass.
That's the only time you get to say that on the air. You know that?
My kids
without
are home
being fired.
right now, turning to my husband and saying, does she mean the donkey?
I love it. Kick-Ass Coffee. That's the name of the coffee. Thank you, Dan.